Alright, so what do we got? Another Sunday coffee. I decided to go ahead and try to jump on here today. I gotta head up to the city and help help my family clear out my mom's belongings from her house and her storage. I feel bad, but I don't. That I kind of bailed yesterday on the whole process. We had our Equinox gathering. You hear Highway 14 out there, by the way. We had our Equinox gathering planned for some time. It's kind of a standing date for the last 6 years. The first weekend that we can manage to gather before or after the equinox. It was set in stone the minute that we knew we were getting this place. We created the event and went from there. We had a lovely little land taking ceremony. We're a heathen family. I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyhow, we had a lovely little land taking ceremony. We celebrated the equinox and we raised a horn to my mom, gave offerings. See, late in her life, she was troubled through complications from the cancer that just ravaged her. And she actually received nourishment through a tube in her belly. So I was very compelled to make a corned beef brisket. The last time my mom was able to join us for any such gatherings, I had smoked a corned beef brisket. And she lavished it. She really enjoyed it. So cut her off a good slab of that, a good slab of pork loin, made her up a nice plate and sent it up to her in the fire. It's been rough. It's not been simple. Well, it's been simple, but it's not been easy. How's that? Progress, though. Despite wanting to fall apart or fall down or whatever else, us still standing, still have to move on. We have to eat, we have to pay bills, we have to, yada yada. So I will process and deal as I'm capable over the course of time, as does anybody. It's not a condolences type of thing. My God, that woman reached out to every edge of the globe. She had people all over the world that were very fond of, very attached to, very moved by that woman's soul. I've been discussing it for a long time. This year, I'm going to work on this one. Get rid of that nasty habit. Oh, not today, but it'll be this year. Yesterday I kind of bailed on my Sib family. They're working very hard, very diligently to clean out moms. They worked yesterday all day into the night. I had this gathering planned, and it turned into something more personally to me, significant to me. We had cupcakes for my baby boy. He's 13. He turned 13 on Thursday, and that just blows my mind. He's a fine young man. I keep looking over yonder. Over yonder's the shop, but we got a little ag land out here. This place was brought to us as a blessing through a tragedy as well. I'm very grateful to the Dykstra family for making this place available for us to live and make home. through John Dykstra's passing this summer that this was brought up as possible that this happened. So I lament the tragedy. I'm grateful for the rest of the outcome. I'm not entitled to shit, but I feel very grateful that we were handed this opportunity. This lets me start at, it seems like for the last too fucking long, I've started at less than zero. And there's certain aspects with the shop and everything, because I folded up, and instead of telling people to screw off, I'm finishing cars. So I'm starting there, fiscally, work-wise, at less than a baseline zero. I had a cicada killer land on my head. Cicada killers are big old hornets. The bigger they get, they turn a metallic blue-green. They're neat. They don't care about people. You're just a tree to them. But I think just mentally, emotionally, I was able to start off at zero here. Start over, make a fresh new effort, and it's made a difference. And it's made a difference in everyone and everything. My animals are even fat and happy here. I mean, literally, we have one cat and one dog, and we've been here a couple weeks, and they went, whoop, they're all fat and shit all of a sudden. I am back to work in a limited fashion. We give final honors and memory to Mom tomorrow. I'm going to go into town, help clean out today. I may have to help Tuesday, I don't know, but should be mostly completed today. And I'm going to throw myself at work and family. I got to throw myself wholeheartedly at work, because for 2-3 months I wasn't really, well, shit, I didn't get a lot accomplished in my own shop affairs since March, really. There's some things I got done, some projects I buttoned up, but as far as real workflow, it hasn't existed since March. It is time. I want to get some of these folks their cars back. I want to thin out the projects laying in wait, and call back in some of the other projects that went home that are laying in wait. I think I've got 8 total that I've got commitment to. So there's that. There's always light in a tragedy, I reckon. You just have to find it. No, I wanted to pop in, kind of give an update. Not a lot going on in the shop. I've got a little Silverado in there that we're pulling some dents on. The owner's very implicit that the door could use replaced or skinned. He wants to repair it, so we're doing our best. Very clean truck out of Florida, so I'm not dealing with typical rot and rust, just dents and dings. So we're going to give him an excellent shake there, get it straightened out as best as we're able, and pull a couple skims of filler and get her looking sharp. Anywhere I have to stud pin pull, I'm going to go up and sand and brush in epoxy. It's such a clean truck. To not do that typically is criminal. To not do it in this case is downright heresy, I think. Yeah, I just kind of want to pop in. It's Sunday. It's time. It's time to get moving, keep moving, and go forth. It's really strange because this is concluded a very significant part of my existence here. See, I had this magical triad growing up. I had Uncle Danny, Grandma Flo, and Mom. Those were the people that were there. Those were the ones that were there for me growing up. And in succession, we lost Uncle Danny and Grandma Flo back in '03 and what was it, '05, I believe. And then now, last week, we lost Mom. It's strange because I'm not even angry. I'm not regretful. Mom and I had a good relationship, so it's not like there was something left unsaid. She got to pass in our family home of 30 years, where my sister now lives, and be surrounded by her children and a good share of her grandchildren. The Misfit parade through that house Tuesday was touching. We're a pretty tight-knit little tribe. So the good people poured out of the woodwork when it was time. Duty calls, it's time. I really didn't want to make this about Mom, but there you go, I have. But we sit on our little 3 acres out here. I'm still working on getting stuff moved into the house from storage. We're barely moved in, but it's nice being able to pace it out slowly, because there will probably be more things we throw away as we move in. It's different. This is different than any other beginning I've had for multiple reasons. And it's good. I had a long chat with a customer last night. He dropped off some pieces and parts. And it's been going back and forth. Am I going to finish the car we started? And I'm not going to finish the car we started. Can I finish it in time? It's a putty pretty. We had discussed that at the beginning of the project. Do we cut out a bunch of... It was solid, but the metalwork was horrible. Do we cut it out? Do we straighten it out and just pull fill? We straightened it out and pulled fill more than I like, more than he likes. But we discussed as far as timeliness, cost effective. It's one of those cars that's meant to be pretty. You roll it around, you roll it back in the garage. Not a trailer queen, but it wasn't a candidate for a strip down and redo. He's got one. I can't wait to show it to you. I'm keeping that one under the hat for a minute because it's freaking extensive. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. That'll be next year, late next year, when it comes in. I gotta clean up my plate first. No, I'm excited to get back to work, to do these things I love. I actually am enjoying my work again. The little pickup I'm working on, it was just a little job I picked up so I keep moving, keep eating, things like that. It's got a significance to the owner, and even more significance to me now, in light of the past week's events. And it was his father's truck, and he just wants to try to finish up the things his dad was working on. So that is where it's at. I'll get that straightened out and up in primer and blocked Tuesday, and then I'll get it back to him Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'll get it back to him before the end of the week. I got to forward a written out schedule for one car. I've got a guy that brings me steady stream of work. It's fax out the worksheet or send out the worksheet at the end of the week, show the hours, deposits are made, we move on. That project gets done, another one comes in. So it's like having a job, but it's right across the driveway. And that's a super cool dude to work with. He's kind of brokering the situation out, and I enjoy working for him. He pushes me. He keeps me doing very good work. He's picky. And I'm grateful for these opportunities these opportunities just keep landing at my feet. I'm not sure that I'm deserving of such easy breaks, but I'll sure as I'll take them up and do my very best. That's my role in all of this. I guess we all have a role to play if we can figure that out. The earlier we figure that out, the easier life is, I feel. I think I've finally sorted out my various roles in this time around. Alright, I'm out. You guys have a good one.